The first thing you need to do this year, and we need to think about and do right now, is measure if we are truly under 50 full-time equivalent employees, or are we over? And here's where we find the most common trip is this common ownership and what they call a controlled group. The idea of a controlled group has been around for a long time, but now for the first time it applies to providing benefits. What a controlled group means is that if you have any common ownership in any other company and a controlling interest in that company, you also now have to count full-time equivalent employees in every single one of those companies. I have a guy, a client that has a roofing company, has 10 employees, but he also bought 25% share in a siding company, and the siding company that has 40 people, they're actually, when we do the calculation, there were 51 full-time equivalents, but now the siding company who's never done benefits before also has to provide benefits because they both have controlling interest in the companies. So there's times when you have to add in the common ownership, and there's some times that you don't. If you fear that you might be in that over 50 category, there's a complete different set of rules for healthcare reform that apply to over 50 group versus under 50 group. But also companies with a lot of variable, seasonal, or part-time employees have to be aware of the 50 calculation. What I mean by that is 50 full-time equivalents is you take all of your employees that you've hired as full-time, working 30 hours or more consistently, you've designated them as full-time. They're in one bucket. Bucket 2 is what we call the full-time equivalents. And let me flip over to this slide. Bucket number 2 is number of full-time equivalents. How we calculate that is we take anybody that we hired as part-time, variable hours, or works more than 120 days a year that's seasonal. So you have to take up the entire year. You add up the total number of hours every single month. So if I have 10 people that all work 10 hours, then I got 100 hours that month, divided by 120, and that's how many full-time equivalent employees I have for that month. And I do that every single month of the year, take the average of that, divide by 12, and that's how many I need to add to my number of full-time employees. So as you get close to 50, there's some planning and strategy around how that impacts your business as well.